What is up, YouTube? It's your boy Zed, back at it again with another video. And today I have something in store for you guys. It's a little bit different, but I feel like it'll be a good addition to the channel. Now, this is not a responding reaction channel at all. I don't do content like this typically, but I feel like this is definitely a conversation starter. This is something that is talked about a lot in our industry, and yeah. So this video is covered under fair use policy. I have a lot to say about this video, but I definitely want to make sure I hit all points because there's a lot of stuff that he put in, but there's also a lot of stuff that he left out. So let's just get right into it.
Y'all want to be a nurse. You seen the money, you seen the ad. No, I'm not a nurse. I'm an EMT paramedic, but I worked around nurses for the past 6 years. And let me tell you, these nurses work they ass off. Ass is in a donkey. Don't block me TikTok. Okay? Listen, you seen the money of $50 an hour, $60 an hour. You seen these travel contracts, but what you're not seeing is the nurses staying 12 plus hours after they work a 12-hour shift. Then they work an additional 2 hours after that to finish charting. You're talking about 7 to 8 patients. Hospital that treats you like hell. You cleaning dookie, you cleaning pus, you're doing complicated medication treatments, you're dealing with shitty doctors. On top of that, you're dealing with a burnout. You're working 3 days a week is a requirement, but 4 to 5 to live. Most people need to work 4 to 5. I'm talking about these nurses that are really out here working, and the burnout is hella high. So if you're thinking about being a nurse, I'm telling you, everything that glitters is not gold. You need to consider it more than just the money. If you really don't like it, the money is not going to compensate.
Now, did he lie? Did he lie at all in the video? He did not lie at all in the video. He actually made a lot of good points. And I would say that I agree with him 75% of the time in the video, because there's a lot of stuff that he missed out as well. For starters, do nurses work long hours? Yes, they do. I'm a CNA. You guys know that. I work the night shift typically, and yeah, CNAs definitely work 12 hours, but CNAs don't have to work 12 hours. There's plenty of nursing homes. There's plenty of hospitals that, you know, have different types of shifts that you can work. Even when you become a nurse, there's a lot of different opportunity. There's nurses that work 5 days a week, 8-hour shifts, which is, I would say, it's still high strung. I don't want to get that misconstrued. Nurses still work a crazy schedule. They have crazy days, especially depending on your unit. Whether you're in intensive care, it's crazy. Whether you're in psych, crazy. I would say even some progressive care units can become a little bit much at times, but still in all, you don't have to be stuck in that 12-hour shift. 12-hour shift hustle and bustle. The 3 days a week is very attractive for a lot of people that want to get into nursing. That was really one of the reasons that I wanted to as well, because as you guys know, I come from a corporate sales background where I was working 10 and a half, 11-hour days. You throw another hour onto that, and it's basically the same amount of time that a nurse is present on their shift. So yeah, granted, it's a lot of hustle and bustle. It's a lot of action that's on these units, but the 3 days a week is not as truthful as he would have made it. Some units, if you're on a calmer units, let's say, I don't know, maybe peds, which I know, you know, kids can get a little crazy, but there are slower units. I don't want to nitpick on any specific unit, but there are slower units where you're not doing as much. Granted, you are, you know, passing meds, you are saving lives, because essentially that's what the job is. You're keeping people alive for the next 12 hours until your next group of nurses come on. But, you know, you're in the name of the game for nurses to care for people and get better. That's the name of the game. That's the goal. And he is absolutely 100% correct. If you don't enjoy the job, you will not at all do it for a long time. You will become burnt out. You will look for other things to do. You won't be fulfilled or happy in your position. But that's more of a reason why I tell people, try being a CNA first. See where it takes you. See how you like it. I've been a CNA for about, I don't know, almost a year now. And I've worked in nursing homes and hospitals, and I get it. I've always worked in crazy, chaotic places, and this is nothing new. You know, it gets crazy on units. That's perfectly fine. I'm all for it. And I've been a CNA, and I can sustain this position and enjoy the job and continue to learn and be inspired and be interested in the position and interested in the field. So becoming a nurse for me is definitely the next step. For a lot of people, they might do CNA and quit. They might do CNA and see all the craziness and decide that they want to do something different with their career and their life. But that's perfectly fine. Being a CNA is definitely step number one in my book when it's time to decide if you want to be a nurse or not. It's not just about the schedule. The next thing that he spoke about was they are working like dogs. I seen it. You know, I'm a part of it. But the money that you are compensated with is sufficient. I would say that I've never met a broke nurse. I know I never say that on this channel, but that's a conversation I have a lot. I never, ever met a broke nurse. And if you are, typically you have other life, you know, circumstances going on. But me being a young guy, no wife, no kids, no none of that, you know, I couldn't see how making, you know, $25, $30 an hour is not sufficient as a staff nurse. And then there's opportunity for bonuses and all types of good stuff. There are nurses that travel as well, which is also really, really lucrative. But yeah, the money is not everything. That's what any job, I think, you know, but this is a sticky situation because I want to give my real and honest opinion. But I don't want to give the wrong idea about, you know, me or other people that want to get into nursing as well. Just like any job, there are lawyers that get into it for the money. There are doctors that get into it for the money. But I think that if you can tolerate your job and find different things about it that makes you happy and, you know, you become, what's the word I'm looking for? You've adjusted to the schedule. You find the little things that make you happy inside your position and you still make a crazy amount of money. That is the best way to go about it. There are nurses that, you know, I've met that's literally like, you know, get into it. I got into it for the money. I got into it because of the schedule. I got into it because it was an opportunity that I had. I was a CNA for so many years and I thought, let me take the RN route and see where it takes me. Or, I know one of the male nurses that I've met, he was like, my wife was a nurse and, you know, I'm not working on the same unit that she's working on, but I really enjoy what I do. Also, that's a big part of it as well. Nursing is so broad. It's so broad. If you want to move to Montana, you can move to Montana. If you want to move back home, you can move back home with, you know, to get closer to family. There's different travel opportunities. It's so broad. And then inside of the different states that you can work, there are a plethora of different units, whether you want to work in the NICU, the PICU, the MICU. I think I said that already. Whether you want to work in any progressive care unit, whether you want to work in oncology, whether you want to work in the ED, like there are so many different units that you can work. You can find your niche in nursing. I don't think that's talked about enough. I think it's more about, you know, when you hear someone say, oh, they're a nurse, it's, especially nowadays, it's like, oh, you got into it for the money. There's some older nurses that's like, all these nurses are getting into it for the money. And I don't think that's necessarily the case. The schedule is quite attractive. I'm not going to lie. The money is attractive. The opportunity is attractive. And if you can get that with a regular bachelor's degree and sometimes even a community college ADN degree, I don't understand why you wouldn't take that opportunity to change your life and make, you know, exponential strides within your life to set yourself up for the future, set your future family up for, you know, better. I think back in the day, it was more of, oh, you need a call for nursing. You need to have a love for it. And I do agree, you need to have a love for everything that you do, but there's definitely so much opportunity that it can become attractive. Sorry, my camera's falling. It can become attractive to become a nurse for sure. And I think that gets bashed way too often. And I want to tap into what he said in the end. If you only are doing it for the money, then it will not compensate. And I agree with that 100%, which is exactly why I decided to become a CNA. I knew that this was a vital step. And most nurses that I know, especially older nurses, say, oh, you know, you're doing it the right way. Typically, nurses that were CNAs to start with are a lot better nurses than nurses that, you know, did something previous in the past. I've heard that. literally, because we see it. We deal with cleaning patients. We deal with, different types of patient care. And we are in the healthcare field without having the responsibility of a nurse, but we still hold the responsibility of a nurse. You know what I mean? We're there to assist them. Yeah, I think I touched on everything that he said. I debunked some of the stuff, that schedule stuff. You don't have to work 4 to 5. The standard is 3. And like I said, if you don't have any like crazy, lifestyle goals that you're trying to reach, some, nurses, they work themselves out. You definitely have to take care of yourself and burn out. And I actually have a video about how I deal with burnout, or how I, decompress from working in healthcare. You have to take care of yourself before you can take care of others. But this is a really good video. I'll leave it in the description again below. Covered under fair use. YouTube, do not do it, please. Do not report this video because it's covered under fair use. I've already done my research on it, but yeah, really intricate video, really informative video, and he's 100% correct. If you are doing it only for the money, it won't work. But there are other things to grab from this. The schedule is attractive. The work is attractive. You do have downtime. You do have upside of having a couple days off to handle business and all that good stuff. There are politics, don't get me wrong, but I heard once you start traveling, all that politics stuff leaves. Just to leave you guys with this, I guess, Jim, people do things just for the money, right? But sometimes that money could set them up for something different. There are doctors that get into the field just for money. I see it all the time on TikTok. I see it all the time in the different interviews because I'm always doing research in the healthcare industry. There are lawyers that get into it just for the money. It provides a different kind of lifestyle. And if you love money, you can do a lot of things. You know what I mean? You can do a lot of things. Nursing is something that will get you drained. You have to care. That's all I really got to say about it. I don't want to get too much into that, but caring is the name of the game. Nursing has so much opportunity in it. And yeah, I can't wait to see what type of nurse I'm going to be later on in life. He's 100% right, but also, I had to give my little take. So that's all I got for you on this video. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to comment. Let me know where I got it wrong. Let me know your thoughts. I want to know. I really do. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the support. Subscribe, all that good stuff. That's all I got for you on this video. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.